Hi, my name is Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble, where we're bringing you the top 4 college football games of Week 6. Let's get it started. Number 11, Washington State goes to Oregon. Now, this is going to be a tough game for Washington State. As we all know, they beat USC last week at home. This is their first road game. They played 5 home games. This is their first road game. So, Oregon, it's going to be a tough task to handle that passing offense because Oregon, they don't have a quarterback. Justin Herbert, he's out with a broken collarbone. That gives way for this Washington State defense. They lead the Pac-12 in passing defense, and I think that Washington State wins this game on the road. It's going to be very close. Oregon can score some points, but I just think that without their quarterback, I think that Washington State will get the victory. Now, the next game, Michigan State visits number 7, Michigan. Now, Michigan is great. They can play all around the football. They got great defense. They got a good offense. O'Korn will start as quarterback for Michigan. It's going to be a good game, but I think that Michigan State comes in here with a chip on their shoulder. You know, they just beat Iowa 17-10 last week. They come in here with a chip on their shoulder. They're going to make the game close, but I think Michigan in the end will take it over. I like the Wolverines. Now, the next game is number 13, Miami. They go to Florida State. This is going to be a huge game in the ACC. Florida State, as we all know, has that 7-game winning streak over Miami. Miami had a great chance of winning last year. They were up with 1:38 to go in the game. They couldn't put it away, and Florida State eventually won that game. But I think this year they break the streak, and Miami wins it. They got a great running back in Walton. I think that he'll run all over Florida State's defense. I like the Hurricanes to win and break the streak. Now, the next game, the big game, number 23, West Virginia, and number 8, TCU. This is going to be a huge game in the Big 12. I think that West Virginia can score some points. I think that TCU can score some points. But let's check it out. It's the Big 12. There's no defense. But wait, TCU is second in the nation in defense on the ground. They stop the run. They're a great team. I think that TCU at home beats West Virginia, but it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think it's going to come down to that last series when TCU has to stop West Virginia, and I think they do it on the last series. I just wanted to talk about LSU for a second. People have been asking me what's wrong with LSU. Listen, you know, Ed Orgeron, they thought he was the guy, but obviously these players are lackadaisical. You saw it against Mississippi State. You saw it against Troy when they lost. They're not into the game. So whatever happens at LSU, they're going to have to get a fire started underneath these players because this team does not look like the LSU teams that we've been seeing in the past few years. But yeah, LSU has to get back on track. Congratulations to Troy. You made $985,000 to go play at LSU and beat them. So congratulations to Troy. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble. I'm Jake Thompson. Salute.